So I was able to snag a little cart so I can get around the crawl space much easier. So I'm underneath the chimney over on the front side of the house, and you can see that there's some water penetrating over here. The wood is getting kind of wet. You know, this piece of plywood is delaminating, but this is concrete above it. And then this is the main beam. You can see that there's definitely some water intruding over here. I had mentioned to Brett on the outside, it would probably be a good idea to add gutters, even though the overhangs are, you know, pretty extended. But you want to avoid water getting up against the foundation. You can see, even though it's wet and there's a little bit of fungus and mold that's forming, it's not soft, it's not rotting out yet. So definitely you want to get this to dry up. Okay. Over here is a foundation vent. Let's see if I can swing around. All right, and the screens look like they're intact. You know, sill plates, like I said, all nice and dry. There's a foundation vent over here in the front that's been closed up. All right, again, some mildew in the fiberglass insulation. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it's just a sign that there's excessive moisture over here. All right. You do have some lights over here. I'm not going to bother looking for the switches, but there is a way to light up the entire crawl space. You could see the water line over here. I'm guessing this is probably to the refrigerator. This is probably underneath the kitchen, and this is from the sink in the kitchen. My partner is actually running all the plumbing through here, so I would see if there's any leaks right now. And it looks like nothing's leaking down over here, which is good. I'm gonna make my way over to the other side of the crawl. You can see that there's a gas line right over there. Again, that should go right up to the kitchen area. Another main beam. Little tunneling through the insulation. Again, just more evidence that mice have been in here. I saw a homemade, see that bucket over there? That's a homemade mouse trap. I didn't see any mice in there. So you could see the main sewer line where it exits the home, right over there. And I'm just gonna make my way over to the other AC unit. So this one doesn't have a regular paper filter. This one is an electric filter. But the same thing, the equipment is old. Right, there's the hydro coil over there. And you can see there's a little bit of debris down on that end of the crawl space. You know, again, a junction box cover like this should be closed up. You can see a little bit of mildew on the subfloor. And then I have to swing around. I mean, you got poured concrete piles. This house is built very strong. Right, so here's all the water equipment. So that's a whole house filter right there. That's a sediment filter over there. Right, you could see the well comes in. You have a pressure tank over here, and it goes You have a meter. I don't know why you have a meter if you have well water, but they do have the meter. And this looks like a reverse osmosis. Take a closer look. You'll have to look that up. Not quite sure what that is. And then you have access to the upstairs right over here. So this is the way I'm going to go out. All right.